This is like 10 steps from where I camped last night. Super pretty. So I allowed myself to sleep in this morning for like the first time since, I couldn't tell you when, but I didn't set an alarm. Yeah, because like my last 0 day, we went to church, so I set an alarm. It felt so good. And it's whatever. I'm getting on the trail at 8 o'clock, 8:08. I mean, it's not horrible. So I'm thankful I did that. Hopefully it works out mileage wise. At first I was like, it doesn't matter, I don't have a plan, but then I got looking and I realized I kind of do have a plan. I'm trying to get to the, I'm probably gonna say it wrong, Iron Mountain something. You'll see it when I get there tomorrow. It's just a historic, I don't know that it can be like 100% proven because like sorry, bad incline. But pretty sure it was part of the Underground Railroad. And I'm like, I really want to stay there. So that would be tomorrow night, and that would be, it's like less than 40 miles away, but close to it, which is perfectly doable. Other than normally if I'm doing like a 20-mile day and not cycling, I'm gonna try to get on the trail before 8 and heavy pack. Oh, the heat. So this whole week, the high is in the 90s, like even mid 90s. So another reason why it might have been a little silly to not get up at the crack of dawn and get on trail, but I needed the sleep, so it is what it is. And I'm just gonna do my best to try to get to that hostel when I get there. And you know what? If for some reason I can't make it in 2 days, then I'll have 3 easy days and stretch it out. It's all good. So bright. What a fun guy. That was cute. Right before I saw those deer, I'm right by a road, and this day hiker was coming up the trail, and then like right behind her were the deer, but she didn't know it. And so I like went like this, like and like motioned for her to turn around. And of course she's like, oh. And so when she turned around, they weren't there because they had already run off. But luckily she turned and saw them. But she said she had just heard like voices from the other direction, and then I did that, and she was like, oh. But anyway, so that was kind of cute for her because I was like, they were right behind you at a road. Where's the trail? Always the question. I think it's right there. Oh my goodness. So excited for this flower. Oh, yes, of course there's a bee pollinating it. All right, I gotta get a closer look. Wow. I have to look that one up. It looks familiar to me from like somebody's garden, like maybe mom's or something. Ignore the road noise. Yes, I'm right at a road. So pretty. All right, this is sucking me in. The trail is across the street. This is this little side trail, but old growth forest network. Like, okay, I'm not gonna do like the whole thing, but like, this is just more up my alley. Also, I find it quite funny that this morning I was like, All right, focus. Early this morning, I was like, all right, today you're gonna stay focused. Well, I am focused on enjoying my day, but yeah, I'm just gonna check it out real quick. Here's the sugar maple. Here's a beach. I like these ones. These are the ones that, yep, oh yep, even this one. People feel the need to just carve into. So annoying. Not even begin to see the top of that. The eastern hemlock. Jonah has some of these in his yard, I think. Oh, that is so tall. I know y'all know I don't know this stuff. You're like, wait, how did she suddenly get smart about things? All right, I'm turning around. It was honestly very similar to the forest already, like that I walk in. So it's all good. I'm not mad. The one tree I can recognize is the birch tree because it's my favorite, and we have a ton of birch trees in Michigan, which according to that original sign, I think it said there was birch in here, but I'm turning around. Back on trail, focus. Here's my birch, and I didn't even need a sign to tell me that. I love crossing busy roads where cars drive fast. It is my favorite. I was literally just like looking up and thinking like, wow, this is so beautiful. Thank you that I'm here. And then my foot caught the like end of a big rock that was loose, and it flipped it over, and just like, it's nothing major, but oh, sorry, I gotta get my footing, but it hurt. Like it cut my leg right there. It's kind of annoying. Ugh. I didn't think it, I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I didn't even think I'd have to put a Band-Aid on it, but I gotta pull over and put a Band-Aid on. Okay, annoying. Welcome to Rock City. I have noticed that I stopped to take a picture of every single robin's egg that I see. That blue is just like one of my absolute favorites, and to think that it is naturally occurring in nature with a robin's egg is just mind-blowing. I love it. Very pretty. Getting very close to I think it's like a state park or something that I'm stopping at for lunch, which kind of torn. This would be a lovely place too, but woohoo, my instincts were telling me to keep going to the park and not stop there. Very nice. Filling up here. I guess Trail Magic is up there, but I want to fill up while I'm waiting for my hot dog. He's got phone chargers, bug spray, sunblock, and all kinds of other snacks. Well, I had to loosen my waist belt after that Trail Magic. It is ridiculous what I just consumed. Here we go. 3 hot dogs. 3. 2 bags of Fritos. 1 bag of Cheetos. 2 Mountain Dews. Some type of cupcake thingy. I think that's it. And I packed out a Nutter Butter. Ridiculous. I'm about to utter the most ridiculous comment that has ever been uttered by an AT thru hiker. But this trail would be so much more enjoyable if it didn't involve climbing mountains, the Appalachian Mountains. Yep, I said it. So this climb after lunch, after said hot dogs and whatnot, it's like 1.5 miles. And normally I don't like complain too much until the grade is like in the 700 feet per mile of steepness-ish or worse. This one's close. It's like 650 feet per mile. So, I mean, it's steep, but it's not even like horribly steep, but it is steep. It's just so hot. So, anyway, yeah, when I was leaving lunch, I was like, there was 13 miles until where I wanted to camp. And I was like, yeah, I think I can pull that off. And then, no, I'm not so sure. This has greatly affected my time, my pace, but it's no pressure. Well, I'm not too big on taking side trails in general, ever. Especially when I'm already tired and hot. But I'm taking this one. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't had an epic view in a while, so. And I don't know, this might not be epic, but worth a shot. Yeah, that's what I said.
Guys, already falling. I don't know if this is smart for me.
You've already met your quota for the day.
Well, that's a better way to look at it.
Yep.
Would you like me to get your picture with your phone from
I think that side trip was totally worth it, other than I stayed there perhaps a smidge longer than I planned on it, but that's okay. It was nice. But when I was sitting up there on that ledge with my feet out, guess what I found? I bet you can guess. I feel like I just got these, which I probably didn't. I got them in Daleville, which was miles 700 something. And then I'm, almost at 1100, whatever. I guess it's probably been 300-400 miles, which seems to be the normal shelf life of these shoes. But I was really hoping that getting the wide would prevent that from happening. Oh well. Other than, oh well, I say oh well. I had no plans of going to an outfitter anytime soon, and I have no clue how close I am to an outfitter. And the problem is that like as soon as that cut in my shoe starts, then it gets real dangerous to become a cut in my foot. So always something. Stopped at the Caledonia State Park to go to the bathroom and fill up water, basically. It's really pretty. Hiked with my friend Caleb for a long time. I don't know, several miles. So that was fun. Haven't seen him in a while. Got to catch up, and it also passed the time. And I think it helped me go faster, maybe, because I feel like we got to this place, the Caledonia State Park, faster than I thought. So I've got another just over 2 miles, I think, to get to the shelter that I was trying to go to. So that would be, yeah, I'll be getting there fine. It'll be 7 something. I honestly cannot remember though what that makes my total mileage for the day, because I had so many different little plans. So I don't know if this is a 20-mile day or if it's like a 18 or 17. Doesn't matter. I'm good with it either way. I have to admit, I do not feel like climbing that. I know it's really not a big deal. I just don't feel like it. Got up my emergency snack. You know what I showed you was just like a tiny portion of it. It just keeps going. This doesn't look that steep. And it probably really isn't. But at the end of the day, it feels like it is. So I actually was on track to get the 20 miles. I had 1 mile left to go. I was going to a shelter. I was tired. I felt okay. I would have been fine doing the extra mile. But I just looked over and there was like this perfect, I don't know if you can tell, but whatever. I'll take a picture later. Like, it's just like totally flat spot, exactly a mile from the shelter. And I'm like, I just filled up on water, and the shelter was like a little bit of a side trail, and the water there was like a little bit of a side trail. And then there's water like right on the trail after the shelter, maybe like, I don't know, a couple miles or something. So like if I were to like get low on water tonight, if I get super thirsty or something, like it'll be an easy refill in the morning. And we all know by now that I prefer stealth camping anyway. So I did not look to see if there was a tree to do a bear hang, but there's tons of trees. I'm sure I can find one. Anyway, happy with my decision. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. It's like a Christmas tree skirt or something.